unfortunate. Isaac, what are you doing, buddy?
Playing my thing.
Is that all you ever play? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there.
You know what, Isaac? I love you, man.
Yeah.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Stafford on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see it. But it does get away at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a
Have you had a good Halloween, Isaac?
When they're that high power,
Okay,
you can find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
It's been all right.
Then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they will go for it. Stafford able to find Isabella. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey,
He dropped it.
I know I offered my help with a few plays.
You know who would never drop something? Isaac.
It's working really well.
He would never.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
You hurt my feelings.
Should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
That ball complete to Isabella. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover...
I love you so much it hurts.
But it's not necessarily
Isaac.
going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Because you were me.
By Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. First and 10 right at the 20. The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down, Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And Justin Coleman brings him down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these.
Stafford trots back onto the field, and he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception. Got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did, but there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing to Stafford. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
No, you can't say that.
That's your fault, Isaac.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down.
Just like the old days, yo. Just all my fault.
But I still love you.
No.
But I do.
Bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
13 yards, first down Packers.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
Like that man, they dropped the car.
The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On second down, Johnson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Stafford on 3rd down. This one caught by Isabella. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That is incomplete.
Damn it.
Bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This is starting to... Piss me off.
For a flag there offensively, several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. This is Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stumping that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Hard to believe, but 6 weeks of the NFL schedule will have come and gone by the conclusion of this one. But coming up Thursday night, a good one to kick off Week 7. Kansas City and Denver from up at Mile High. Kickoff at 8:20 Eastern, 6:20 local there in the midst of the Rockies. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Zadarius Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. On first down, Stafford here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Zadarius Smith. His 2nd sack of the night.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we check the rushing numbers so far here in the Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And
he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. They are able to extend their lead.
No.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on third down, Rodgers, and Adams has it, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And Crosby puts it through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Stafford on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a 6 and a Packer touchdown. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because
that's some screwy shit.
Mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their
quickness,
their speed, and their route.
You're going to sleep.
Back-to-back good plays have them on.
No, I'm talking about.
Now it's Stafford.
Of course, I'm not going to. I just don't want to be on call.
Oh.
You couldn't accept it.
I was asleep.
Maybe a little bit gunshot throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What were you? What were you doing?
I was asleep.
For how long? 6 hours? 12 hours? Huh?
And the blitz does come.
How much sleep do you need?
Able to find
Quite a bit.
down, but not before
Or whose fault is that? You should go bed earlier.
That'll put him up over 160 yards.
I'm sorry.
Now for the game. They can't seem to
That
stop
was okay.
it.
I just want to talk. I was lonely. I wanted to talk to somebody, and you were the only one on.
I'm sorry, I was asleep.
Faking to give to Johnson. Now it's
I was just trying to fix that. Okay.
wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Forgive me.
Strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved to the combined 33
I will forgive you.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so
Right.
far. They'll look for
Adios.
a 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And they ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. On first down, Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Campbell making the catch. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. fourth touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they got 2 for 2.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Rodgers now on first down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Doesn't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And again, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right point. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake to Jones.
No, I ain't still on, buddy. I'm just kicking around.
I feel ya. I'm in the 4th quarter.
Okay, whenever you get done, just simulate the week and I'll play my game. Are you gonna get off or what?
Nah, man, I ain't got nothing to do for the rest of the night.
Okay, we can stay in the party. Grant earlier said he would get on if we was on, but I haven't messaged him because he is still playing the game. But take your time. I'm gonna go dig around some more. I've been talking to Daddy and everything else.
Alright, man.
It's a high percentage play. Did you get the completion? And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Jones. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have retaken the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 5, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford Got an open man. That's Campbell. 25 yards that time. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Stafford now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now, they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Rodgers to throw. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, I can't... Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Balls. Oh, look at this. We are in week 7. Dakota.
Awful.
Oh, you almost got beat.
Yeah, it was awful.
But we're back, baby! Oh, man! We're back! We're back! What team are you?
The Lions.
The Lions. The Lions! You throw a bunch of picks last week?
I did.
Buddy, no.
I had 2 receivers having their breakout games, so I was trying to get them both.
Alright. Broncos, X Factor. Let me guess. Von Miller. Yep, Von Miller. We're just gonna disregard him, right? I've never had much problems with Von Miller.
He always seems to get me in the 4th quarter.
Offensive coordinator wants to talk about upcoming game. Alright, I ain't seen this one. Which means a full game plan and give the time off to it. Oh, man. It was us. Oh, I should have given him rest.
Yeah, man.
We need to have bye week yet. Coach us feeling Lee might be on the field, yada yada yada, might have a future superstar. I don't care about Lee. Lee's trash. We only care about the GOAT. There's no GOAT in this team. We're all trash.
I was kind of hoping Trey would get on so we could knock that game out of the way.
Is he getting on?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll just have to wait on Justin.
I'll tell you what, I'm about ready to kick everybody out but the 3 of us. I like that franchise in this one anyway.
Everybody, it's the coach.
downtown between Bush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between
We're going to have a better game this week.
Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback.
I'm going to dominate this week.
25-yard line. Out come the Vikings with Kirk Cousins leading the way. Cousins surprisingly efficient in his first season as a member of the Vikings. He hit on better than 70% of his passes, second only to Drew Brees, and was actually just the 6th ever NFL quarterback to finish a season above that 70% mark. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives one to Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid
Who do you play this week?
guys who can do more than one thing, and I think
The Vikings.
safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Should be fun.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take...
I wonder what the final score to the 49ers game
Make sure that you bottle him
was.
24.
varying levels. Because
Damn, they almost got beat.
if he breaks through,
Yeah,
it's nothing but
it was close.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I'm trying to figure out how good they really are.
dust. In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I'm about to start my house trying to figure out who I need to get the ball to this week.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
And I had to upgrade a bunch of players.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk.
Feed Moncrief.
I may have to quit if this ain't the right playbook. I can't remember which playbook I had for Grant said Gage is playing Fortnite right now, but we can keep simming.
In the pass game, 1st down. From the 50, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week.
Oh, it's Thursday night football. Oh my gosh. The best has come to play tonight. The Broncos. The Chiefs.
Here's Stanford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
The Broncos are trash, man.
On third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Yeah, they are. I'm looking forward to playing the pass rush.
Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And that is
Let's see what they can do.
touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't
Throw
you?
it.
He's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to it all.
Throw it. 39. Throw it.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football. 101, the trade.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, Cook.
Out of bounds.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility.
Well, Broncos, let's see how long of a day it's going to be for you.
You showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A nice looking play to start.
Man, he's special. Dakota.
Who's that?
Your mama.
A good pickup there at 22. From the 50 at Stanford.
Special ed.
He's got him, the tight end Hawkinson.
Yeah.
A good pickup there. 8 yards.
That's still special.
Completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 7 carries.
Tell you formation defensive I'm starting to love.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner
Wide 9.
and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
Back to throw, Stafford. They'll tussle for it, and this is
Haven't heard of it.
It's in the 4-3.
26 yards.
It spreads out your pass rushers. Like, if your linebackers fill the gaps and they stop the run real well.
As a defender, so you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage.
I've about decided 4-3 is a better defense anyway.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for him. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end with a victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't
One of them,
accumulation of hits and harassment.
Run back and explode again.
Gotta stop that. Give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now you're going to get sacked. I mean, hammering the backfield.
Snap for Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Stop it 2 times in a row, I'll throw the ball. You got to even stop it.
From the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much. Very short game, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback, makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Now Cousins. He gets this one.
Just dominating the Broncos on the ground.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I haven't threw the ball yet.
Cousins down to throw on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he will lose yardage.
Stop the run and I'll throw it. Here comes the Lodge. Stop the run and I'll throw it, I promise. The Lodge!
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing is Cousins.
And now here comes the beast.
Damn it.
Brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know,
wow.
another 15 against your squad.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
Got 160 yards in the ground in the 1st quarter.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen.
I haven't even threw the ball yet.
On the catch, it's 3rd down.
We're
Vikings
deadly.
on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook.
Blitz.
Screen gets 7, but it's not enough.
Blitz.
Down.
Blitz.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to
Oh,
come
change
together.
that over,
Chance to
boy.
pick up a 1st down, but the
Oh
defense
yeah,
kept
run
it
that ball.
and finished it off.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And no return here. Where will they spot
Okay.
it? They say
You want to
just
pin the
outside
pass
the
now?
20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal. Rolled the dice, didn't get it.
I love wide 9.
Trying to put together another drive.
I was. Never, man. Never, man.
3rd and 14, let's get a pick.
Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. That throw good for only a couple. That brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down.
I'm coming after this.
They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The man is sharp. It's complete.
Fair catch, Hill.
11 yards there. The Lions
Uh-oh, got the ball at the 8-yard line. Run it down the throat. Sean Miller with a pass. I'm alright, you stop it. Wow.
The tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll run on first.
Let's try a toss.
Johnson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping.
Oh my gosh. Broncos can't stop a nosebleed on the ground, bro. There's Miller. He got me. Second and 14. Am I scared? Nah. Can you stop the run again? Good job. 4 yards. That's in the first quarter. 3rd and 10. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna run it. Because I don't think they can stop it.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Can you stop it again on 4th and 3?
And this won't be enough.
Let's see.
First, a gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, they stopped it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. After that last run, not much is going to change.
All right, y'all stop it. I'll throw now.
Anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect.
Anyway,
4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd.
I'll just keep trying to run it on me. Really?
That's Campbell. That stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 14 yards through the air.
Hey, I was dumb. Why do they think they can run on me? So that. No! Dang it, they get it. Fudge. I switched off of the last second. Man, blitz. Hurry up, Fracco. You know you're going to throw a pick.
Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. Can be awfully reliable.
Blitz. Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size,
Give me that.
speed, or maybe even just strength.
After the touchdown,
Take your field goal.
to kick.
You're lucky I let you have a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back.
Normally I wouldn't, but I felt generous and wanted to go for a 4th down.
5-yard line.
Psych!
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football. Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete.
I don't let nobody score field goals.
2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield.
Frank out of my team.
Following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I try to recreate it on my 5-team one, but I can't.
Pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Whoa, what we doing, guys?
Sucking my dick.
We fucked up.
So how are you going to combat that? You know, is it bring in your tight end?
Good hit. Who's that? Oh, what play I hit called? I hit the right play. Huh.
To give yourself a chance.
That's weird. Okay.
So here are the Lions to take over.
Run it, run it, run it, please run it. Holding, coming back.
Line of scrimmage the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
Yeah, what the heck?
That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock
I know y'all trying to run, but y'all can't run on me. I can only run on y'all.
That one doesn't find
Please
his
try to run
target,
it.
but all in all, he's been much
Y'all
sharper
are
this week.
dumb.
He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers.
Like, I'm not even sending pressure. I love wide nine. Dakota, you ain't got in your defensive playbook and you didn't get it.
This week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Look at this defense.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14
You get great
to
block
nothing.
shed out because the way the D line's on. It's 4 D linemen, which you know that because it's 4-3. Please throw it. Please throw it. Let's go. Oh, I got blockers.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with.
You know what, guys? We're gonna run it till halftime. We're gonna throw all second half. Let's go. Let's run down the throat.
After the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Fair catch signal for it.
Oh, blitz. Blitz.
So
Better hope I ain't got a toss.
here on the punt. And the Vikings will be
I don't have a
back up
toss.
deep to begin
I'm gonna
their
run right
drive.
into the blitz. You can't stop it.
Over 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
You gonna blitz again? Blitz me, baby. Come at me. I'm a beast.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now Cook. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to
You
go.
gonna stop me?
in this
You gonna
first
stop me? You are.
Play action now, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Ah, that moment when you've just been hurrying up and you're running back against the ball and half your linemen don't even block.
4 yards or more.
Alright, let's take a field goal.
They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Touche, Broncos. I didn't want to take my running back out. I wanted to save my starter to be all the case. Did good.
Just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now after
What a kick. Butler.
Come up here 3rd and long.
Butler! Come on, Butler!
10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now
All right, Mr. Flacco, what are you going to do here? Oh, please throw it.
As they stop it here with just over 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And new now to return.
You're not going to throw picks. Come on, man.
51-yard punt that time.
Guys, you're not going to be able to run it on this defense.
In their own territory. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been
spread out.
First half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're
Please do
playing.
that.
I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling them on the field.
Test my user, baby.
Couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8. So 2nd
Run the
here
ball.
after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Stafford now to throw. Catch made.
Ooh, face mask coach. Yeah.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And the Lions quickly now.
Good night. I've never seen so many people in the box my whole life.
As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Load the box.
35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
We're not going to fail for field goal this time, guys. 3rd and 5.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch
Adios, amigo.
first, but it did not, and they'll try to
Hard man gonna run it in easy.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And we're not in week 8 yet.
And likely time for one final play.
Yeah, this is an ass whooping.
The final shot before the break. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Say hello.
You know what? Tell you what time it
Gets
is?
a sack there.
Blitz.
Blitz.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. And this will come the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all
Please don't try to run the ball.
35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off.
3rd and 12. Down, down.
Last time turned it over.
Down, down.
Fourth didn't get it.
Down, down.
No points against the team on the
Gotta
board. We'll see how they
go.
respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot
Let's
of credit to their
go.
defensive teammates, don't they? They had their
Coming
backs
forward.
on that
I hate
last
coming
series.
forward, but you know what? We're gonna do it.
They did so. That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense.
You ain't going nowhere. You hear that? Oh, please run it.
Feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Run.
Things a little bit wrong. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time.
See you next half. 31-0. A beat down. Up in. The heck is back? Up in D-Town. Up in Denver.
Away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively.
You get the ball?
Kendricks.
Oh my gosh. We got the
Pass
ball.
on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's time to throw it. John Ross. Oh.
Throwing again. Stafford. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
That sure was fun to run the ball.
An interception, so maybe
266 yards on the ground.
And not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door
What's the run? Yes, run. Guess what? It ain't no run.
to the field.
I'm done running.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And this winds up a gain of
Well, guess
4
what,
to
Dakota?
41.
What's that?
I'm at the 2.
Offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass.
You know what that means?
How about when we're
Blitz.
Run.
all over the field? Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
MVP.
That's a drive
MVP.
killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Oh. Somebody gonna get that ass whooped.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll
Get
get
him,
this down
the
to about the
big
30,
DJ.
31-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Alright. Feel like it's time for you to throw some more picks. Oh, that's a good run. What, it's 2 yards? 3 maybe?
Able to get in there for
3.
his second sack of the afternoon.
And my blitz. Blitz. One more time. Oh, please. Let's go!
Underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So listen, now no kick from 50
Alright,
plus
good to know.
but here you're indoors.
I don't remember because it's been like 4 weeks since we played with you, it seems like.
Expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it.
You got 13 interceptions on the year.
Yeah. 7 of them was last week.
They had 7 picks last week.
Yeah.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I told you I suck whenever I don't play.
No, I was talking about this one corner. And this one player for me has 13 picks in the season.
Oh, I got you. I'll probably have like 43.
Oh, get it! Oh. Okay, no more blitzing. Go basic, Kelvin. Oh, I love the blitz. But we're doing fine just playing normal wide 9.
You should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Please test me.
Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected.
God, it's like, that's horrible.
We've seen good
Now you got hit.
throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice
I'm coming after it. Let's go, Brown! Get it, Brown! Ah, I tried. Not here. I'm gonna need you to give me a little bit of room and then fall down.
That's a precursor.
15. Long field ahead. You know we just had a 76-yard pass a while ago? I think I care about the long field. I want more passing yards. Oh, baby. What?
Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Doing a good job on Hill, though.
And they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have...
Whoa, what kind of blitz was that?
Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-line.
Blitz? Wow.
Without a doubt, because you just know they're coming.
I ain't never had a blitz when my quarterback got hit while he was handing the ball off.
Or their athletic ability just takes over.
I've done a few of those.
Yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up a huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like...
Y'all gonna try to run some more? Negative 8 yards rushing.
Play away from getting right back in this game.
Yep.
I'm going to follow right along with you because this
That's good. It's 7 yards.
is a credit to their defense.
Oh, 4.
Admit it by making the plays that they've made, just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring Sean Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there.
So one quick, easy
Oh shoot! They're loading. They think they're gonna get it.
situations. They just took another sack right
there. The offensive film session tomorrow. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Flowers picks up his second sack in the afternoon.
That's his second sack. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as defensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do.
Fair catch. I don't care if it's at the 3.
Pretty good at it all game long.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14.
You got the ball at the 4-yard line.
Take over. Getting set to go again.
Clear us forward. Can't lose.
Right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
All right, Hill, I'm gonna need you to get separation at some point. Oh shoot, that's great coverage.
Leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him, saying, "Hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella."
Props to y'all.
More times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him?
Left-hand pass, baby.
So much? Well, strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, blitz me. Good blitz.
Stafford.
Corner blitz got me.
Complete to Isabella. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's not
he ain't gonna miss any passes.
The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to yard free. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. His throw caught right around the 6. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Oh, I got hit. Doesn't matter.
To the air again. Stafford. Feeling the pressure here and taken down.
Damn it.
Sack back at the 7.
Threw another pick, didn't you?
No, I got sacked.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
My games went perfect. It ain't like I've skipped a beat, buddy.
2nd down now. It's Johnson. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
Mahomes is 7 for 7, like 400 yards or something crazy.
It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead.
Working with a shutout. I keep switching from cover 4 to cover 3 to cover 2, so I know at some point somebody won't. He's going to bust it. It's going to be busting coverage, but I'm okay with that.
But it's incomplete.
Right now, they keep going I formation. I don't really understand why.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football.
Maybe they think they're going to bust one. I'm not sure.
You got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
He might. I doubt it. Once again, pistol. I don't know why we're going heavy run.
Oh my goodness.
I know, man.
My dude dropped a wide open ball in the end zone.
Mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
Some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try to finish it.
Almost lost it.
Now here's a pass on
All right, Hill.
It's knocked away and incomplete. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Now a quick throw.
We got the ball at the 5. Clear eyes to a hard can't lose.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed.
No.
Here's a tough 3rd and 5.
What'd you do?
I threw it to Hill and his foot was on the line. I should have possession catched it. I screwed up. I finally missed my first incompletion of the game. It sucks.
You're trash.
I know.
You're an embarrassment to the game of Madden.
I thought I was going to have my first perfect game of the year.
I fumbled on the punt. I hate
Oh, that's a lot
ball.
of pressure. DK Metcalf running over humans.
That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
If I lose my shutout game because of a fumble punt, I'll be pissed.
4 yards on that last completion. So
Oh, look at this pass.
Throwing his Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this
Dude, we kid Patrick Mahomes got like 65 touchdowns.
It's caught by Treadwell. And he
And like 4 interceptions. I think 2 of them came against you.
that is well shy of the first down.
I know one of them
Yeah.
did.
You got the big lead
No, you threw
I thought
two.
I could throw it over you.
underneath stuff, right?
Okay, I know one of them I thought I could throw it over your guy's head. It did not work like it does in the AIs. I have to high throw it. I don't know. I'm glad I happened because I didn't know. I can angle it over the computer's head.
It's brought in by Dodson. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on
Yes.
4th down.
There's something crazy where I can pick it off.
To the air again.
Nick.
Cousins.
Thank you. Oh,
He's got his man.
he
This is
dropped it.
Dodson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16.
Oh, I'm like I'm blitzing here, but I'm not, dude.
Finally, a first
Yeah.
red zone
They run it.
opportunity for these guys.
Idiots.
1st and 10 at the 19. Another tote for the workhorse.
5 rushes, -9 yards for you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss.
Oh, they're gonna punt
and it'll be second
every time.
down.
Please tell that.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense.
Good job, Lee.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says